What is up, fellas of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I wanted to talk about this tweet interaction between Scump and Vahn. You honestly probably have heard about it. You know, if you've been on Twitter, if you've watched other people's YouTube videos. A few people I know have made videos on this interaction so far. But I wanted to give my 2 cents on this entire Twitter interaction because it's important, okay? Like, I know, normally I should be talking about the game, and I am talking about Cold War, because they're talking about Cold War. I want to talk about this because it's very important for the community, and it's important to understand why the developers behave / think the certain way they do. So if you're interested in the topic, if you enjoy the video so far, give it a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, really appreciate it, helps me on the algorithm, and let's get into it. So this whole interaction starts with Optic Scump, and by the way, he is Optic Scump now instead of Huntsman Scump. I guess Optic is back. I don't know exactly why or when, but yeah, Optic is back. So Scump says, "How does Call of Duty not get released with a ranked playlist every year? I am just genuinely confused. It should be a staple, but it gets ignored. Interesting to think about." And from this interaction, we can see Vahn replies, "Let me rewrite that for you. You can thank me later. I'm really looking thankful for all the hardworking men and women trying to give us a ranked playlist." To which Scump replies, "Vahn, you know I love you first of all, and of course I'm grateful you guys pulled through it all during these times. It was more of a general thought to any game made. You always deliver, and I speak highly of your studio all the time." And Vahn replies, "My crew will deliver. We are on your side. Be good to us." And Scump says something, like, "Yeah, Vahn, you're amazing," or something, and that's about it. So let's go back to the first tweet and let's kind of psychoanalyze, or not psychoanalyze, but just regularly analyze why this tweet interaction is important for the COD community. Scump asks an innocent question, right? He just wants to know, why isn't there a ranked playlist? And I could make a whole commentary about why there should or should not be a ranked playlist, and I'll probably save that for down the line. But let's just talk about, yes, for now, I think there should be a ranked playlist. I think most of the community agrees. It would help with the, skill-based matchmaking, kind of just, push all the good players or people who want to be good on the one side, and the others can stay kind of like in the casual side of Call of Duty. He says it should be a staple, but it gets ignored. And it's funny because this is true. It does get ignored and it's not included in the game at every year. Like sometimes it gets added on later on. But for instance, like League play or something like that, it's just not ever in the game right off the bat, and it's always added later. I don't know why. It's an important point, and it's an innocent question, right? Like, he just wants to know. It's not like he's bashing developers. He's not saying like, "Oh, why are you guys being lazy?" Or like, "Do you guys not care about the matchmaking? Have you not heard us about skill-based matchmaking?" Like, no. Like, he's just being polite, in my opinion. And by the way, Scump, I respect Scump for the most part because he is kind of a voice of the people, right? He's one of the bigger voices for you and me, and even some of the bigger YouTubers too. Blame Shrew, Thunder, Nero, like, he's a bigger voice than them. He's obviously amazing at the game, but he has leverage in terms of like how he can position developers to work on certain things or prioritize certain things over other things in their game. Vahn unfortunately gave a very not so polite answer in response. He says, "Let me rewrite that for you, can thank me later." I mean, when someone says that to you, it's just, I take it as disrespect. I don't know about you. Like, I like Vahn, I like Scump, but Vahn, like, this was honestly just a bad look. And his rewritten tweet for Scump here says, "I'm really looking thankful for all the hardworking men and women trying to give us a ranked playlist." The issue with this is that Vahn's mentality here is as if we got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War for free, which we did not, right? Every single person legally should have paid for this game. I don't know if there's a way to get it illegally. I don't know. I don't suggest it. But if you bought this game legally, then you spent money in this transaction to get something that you deserve for what you spent your money on. Vahn reply here, "I'm really looking thankful for all these people trying to give us a ranked playlist." That is as if the game was free and they're just working hard to try to accommodate the rest of our needs. The game was not free. This game we paid for. It was $60 and probably more if you bought some different editions. Now, on the flip side, I get where his mindset is. He's been working hard. His team's been working hard. They're in the whole COVID pandemic thing. They can't meet face to face. It's probably a lot more difficult. I understand that. I understand, how difficult it can be to work from home, especially on a huge project like this, especially making it a live service. Like, it's just a lot of communication, a lot of interaction. Probably days before launch, they were up all night, stuff like that. I get it. Okay, they had a lot of things to focus on, a lot of things to work on in Cold War. But this little sassy reply, like, "Oh, let me rewrite that, you can thank me later," I don't dig it, okay? Maybe if the game was free, maybe you could sass us like this, but no. Guys, we paid for it. 60 bones, okay? I don't know if you watched Birdman's video, but he basically gave kind of an example of like, oh, hey, I bought this bacon cheeseburger. And, you know, if you go back and say, hey, you forgot the bacon on it, and they say, oh, you should just be thankful we gave you a burger. That doesn't make sense. That does not add up. Okay. You paid for the burger. You should be getting what you paid for in the burger. The only difference here is that the ranked playlist was not guaranteed in the game. And that's just kind of a minor point. It's just a little, I guess, specific point that that couldn't be translated to the bacon cheeseburger example. But, you know, a ranked playlist has never been part of a game, and it's always been kind of a bonus feature. But to the eyes of the developers, this is supposed to be a bonus feature, but to the eyes of the community, it's supposed to be an included feature. And I guess where we draw the line is how you think. You know, if you side more on the developer side versus on the community side. And that's why this is so important. That's why I wanted to make an entire video on this. The fact that developers think that they're doing us a solid, they're doing us good things. Oh, you get this season pass with extra stuff. You get this free gun this season. Guys, listen carefully. If you've been zoning out in this commentary, just listen up here. It is not a season pass this time, okay? They have been shorting us content from, you know, I don't even know when, maybe Black Ops 4 or something, probably earlier than that. They have been shorting us content and giving it to us later on as like a season pass, as a season bonus. And, you know, they're marketing it as, oh, it's free this time, you know, like we're handing it to you, you know, and go and enjoy. Happy holidays. When in reality, if you look back at stuff like Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, those were complete games at launch with additional features that, yes, you had to pay for, but those were actually additional features because the game launched with, I don't know, 15 to 18 maps, like 40 weapons. I did a count in one of my previous commentaries. I don't remember exactly which one, but I did count that there were only 8 6v6 maps and 27 or 29-ish primary weapons. That is shorter content. That is less content than we got like 9 years ago. Does that make sense? That does not make sense to me. So as developers, if you're going to short content, and I don't think it's the developer's decision, I think it's Activision, but you know, we don't have to get into that. But anyway, if Activision or whoever, if you're going to like screw us over and give us shorter content, don't sass us in the process by being like, oh, we're gifting this to you, and then next month we're gifting this to you. No, you owe us all of this, and you're just spreading it out and piecing it, you know, month by month, so we get, I don't know, less bored or something. I don't know who enjoys that. But the whole seasonal ranking, the whole seasonal content, like, oh, this season you get 2 new guns. When in reality, 10 years ago, we probably had 8 more guns than we have right now already in the game. And then we had extra guns. Like, that's extra content. This is not extra content. This is content that was supposed to be in the game that has been spread out later on. And I don't know if I'm going to get hate or whatever for this, but I just want to say, I get it. They're in a pandemic. I understand working from home is difficult in this time and day. So I get it. Okay. I'm not harshing on that fact. Okay. If it's slow, it's slow. Honestly, I would have preferred if they delayed the game if everything wasn't ready. That's just not the way things went. So nothing you can do about that. And lastly, I just want to say, I still respect Scump. I still respect Vahn. I think Vahn is a good guy. I think this reply was a bit sassy, a bit unnecessary. And I think he knew he could get away with it because, you know, Scump's not going to say anything back to him. I know Birdman said some things back to him, but that's neither here nor there. We don't have to get into that. Anyway, I really want to know, what do you guys think about this whole interaction? If you've seen it go down on Twitter, it was quite funny, you know, just seeing them go back and forth. But that was interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think about this whole interaction. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. The channel's been doing really well so far, so I do appreciate you guys for that. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be streaming hopefully tonight, Monday night, and maybe Thursday night as well. So go check those out. Links are in the description below. And thanks so much for watching. That's about it for the video. Leave a like. Have a great day, guys, and peace.